At my graduation ceremony, my father looked confused and asked, "Why does the university have no record of the $75,000 I wired for your tuition?" My heart stopped. The sea of graduation caps around us blurred as his words sank in. "What do you mean?" I whispered, clutching my diploma case tighter. Dad pulled out his phone, showing me a screenshot from the registrar's office stating I had no outstanding payments and had never received any wire transfers. My mother's face paled as she leaned over to see the email. The happy families streaming past us had no idea my world was collapsing. "I sent $25,000 each year for 3 years," Dad continued, his voice low but intense. "Every transfer confirmed. Where did that money go if not to your education?" I felt dizzy with confusion. "I don't understand. I've been getting confirmation emails from you about payments going through." I fumbled for my phone, but as I scrolled through my inbox, the emails were gone. All financial communications with my father had vanished. A cold realization crept over me as I remembered who had access to my accounts. "Tyler," I whispered, my boyfriend of 2 years who had helped me set up my student portal when we first started dating, the same boyfriend who mysteriously wasn't at my graduation today despite promising to attend. We drove straight to Tyler's apartment. The landlord confirmed what I already suspected. Tyler had moved out 3 days ago, leaving no forwarding address. Inside my car, I called the bank while Dad paced outside. The customer service representative confirmed the devastating truth. Someone had created a dummy account mimicking university payment portals. Dad's money had been going to this account for 3 years, with email confirmations automatically generated to both of us. I remembered how Tyler always insisted on handling my complicated financial aid situation because he'd been through the system before. My mother called the police while Dad and I drove to my apartment. Tyler's belongings were gone, along with my laptop, jewelry, and the family heirloom watch my grandfather had given me. Detective Wilson asked detailed questions about Tyler's background. The truth was humiliating. I knew almost nothing concrete about him. The university he claimed to have graduated from had no record of him. The tech company he supposedly worked for remotely didn't exist. The family emergencies that regularly took him out of town were fabricated. For 2 years, I had been living with a complete stranger who had systematically stolen my family's money. The investigation revealed Tyler had created an elaborate network of accounts to receive Dad's tuition payments, immediately transferring the money through multiple channels. The dummy website he created to mimic the university's payment portal was professionally designed, with official logos and formatting identical to the real site. My actual tuition had been covered by student loans taken out in my name, loans I hadn't authorized. Tyler had forged my signature on the documents, adding $58,000 of debt to the $75,000 he stole from my father. The methodical planning required for this level of fraud was chilling. He had targeted me specifically after researching my family's financial status. Detective Wilson uncovered 7 other victims across 3 states, all young women with financially comfortable parents helping with education expenses. Tyler's real name was Anthony Geller, a professional con artist with outstanding warrants in multiple jurisdictions. His pattern was identical with each victim: establish a relationship, gain access to financial accounts, redirect tuition payments, and disappear just before graduation when the fraud would inevitably be discovered. The realization that our entire relationship had been a calculated scheme made me physically ill. Every intimate moment had been part of his meticulous plan. 3 months later, I sat in the courtroom as Anthony was brought in wearing handcuffs. He had been arrested trying to establish his next identity at a different university. He showed no remorse as the prosecutor detailed how he had systematically defrauded 8 families of nearly $600,000. The judge sentenced him to 12 years for multiple counts of fraud, identity theft, and forgery. The monetary judgment was for full restitution, but the detective had warned us not to expect much. Most of the money was gone, spent on luxury items or transferred to offshore accounts. Today, 1 year after my graduation, I finished my last session with Dr. Bennett, the trauma therapist who helped me process the betrayal. Transferred to a different graduate program using a partial scholarship, living in university housing rather than risking another roommate or relationship. Dad and I meet weekly to review my finances together, his way of teaching me the vigilance I should have had before. The student loans are still there, but we're fighting them through legal channels with some success in getting portions forgiven due to the fraud. What hurts most isn't the money or even the betrayal. It's realizing that the person I loved never existed at all. Anthony created Tyler specifically to appeal to me, studying my interests and personality to become my perfect partner. Dr. Bennett says the grief is complicated because I'm mourning someone fictional. The feelings I had were real. As I pack for my summer internship, I'm careful about what I share and who I allow into my life. The new financial monitoring systems on my accounts would immediately flag suspicious activity, but the best protection is the hard-earned wisdom that some wolves wear graduation caps alongside the sheep.